So let's talk about exposure. Yeah, that's it, exposure. A lot of us have got get the offer from people, different groups and such, where they're looking for entertainment, for the exposure. It's going to be great exposure for you. You're going to be seen by lots of people. Should you take those types of gigs? There's two ways to look at this. Sometimes, of course, when you're first starting out, any exposure is better than nothing. Because if you're sitting at home, horsefly, if you're sitting at home, no one's seeing you, no one knows you're out there, and yes, you can do things with social media, but sometimes when you're first starting out, exposure is a great thing. When you're an experienced DJ who's been out there and done things like I have, like many of us have, exposure becomes a different circumstance. You need to really start to weigh things out. So let's look at a couple of things that you need to be thinking about when it comes to doing events for exposure. First off, what day is it on? Is it going to be something that's going to take away from a potential paying date? If it's an off night, a Thursday, weeknight, or maybe even a Sunday, that's generally not a night I'm going to get paid to do a show. So that makes it a possibility. If somebody's calling for me to do an exposure show on a Saturday, it has to be in front of 5,000 brides kind of a thing, or it's not going to happen. Unless it's a last minute call and I have it open and I have nothing else going on. It's all about the timing. Will it cost me more money to be there than it's worth in marketing dollars? And these are fictitious marketing dollars. So the timing obviously is important. Secondly is, what type of audience are going to be seeing me at this event? Is it going to be potentially people who will hire me? Let's say if I'm going to do it for exposure, but if I'm going to be doing something for let's say a senior center, because there's one right up here, that's probably not going to be a group that would hire me. So I could do a great job and I could be playing and people love what I do, but I might not lead to gigs. Although if I were going to be doing some of the kind of a karaoke thing where I sing and do some of the crooner hits, and I'm going to be doing something that would be better for the retirement community, it could be a great exposure opportunity. I could go in there, play my oldies, do like my oldies radio show, do a little singing along with that to sing to the crooners, and it might be a great night. So that's a possibility. For me, it wouldn't be a good fit because it wouldn't work towards what my ultimate goal would be, is to find weddings. Let's look at church events, because we've got a church right there as we're going by. Some church events would be worth looking into, because people in that church, there's parents that have kids that are going to be getting married and such. That could be a really good event to do, and generally those types of events are on off times. Maybe it's doing a Wednesday night family night or a Sunday afternoon thing. We actually have the opportunity to do a Sunday afternoon thing here coming up, and that's going to be something that we really look at because it's in a larger church in one of the communities, and it could be a great fit. So we're definitely going to look at that. Hi, Diane. Yeah, we're out here walking around in Uppsala right now with this. So looking at what the audience is. Now, I did a Relay for Life for a couple of years. The audience for that there weren't people who were getting married, really, and their kids were too young to get married, or they were out of the house. It was one of those things that wasn't a good fit for us, and we did it, I think, for 4 years. And in that 4 years, I had two events that actually were paying events that came out of it. I had lots of events of people requesting and saying, hey, can you come and do our event for free for exposure? It wasn't a good fit. Lots of them are not good fit, but there are some that are a good fit. And you really need to look at that. Now, some of you might be just kind of doing the bar and a karaoke thing and you don't really do weddings. Again, you'd have to go and look at that and say, okay, is what I'm doing something that some people in this crowd would buy? Maybe you'd like to do backyard parties. That could be a great opportunity for you to go in and getting in front of some people because you love to do backyard party, whatever. So be particular about what you're doing. Make sure it's a group you want to work for. Make sure that it's on a time that you're not going to cost yourself money. And finally, making sure that you're a good fit for your services with the potential people that are there, as far as that they could become customers of yours. If those things don't all match up, you're not doing it for exposure. You're basically there to do a good deed. And good deeds are great. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of times to do those types of things, but just go into it knowing that I'm doing a good deed. I'm not expecting business out of this because it's just not the right situation to drive business for my company.
If I were you, I'd hit the subscribe button before I hit the video. But don't mess things up. Wanna know why? Because I'm Batman.